He's such a dick.
You're a fucking asshole. Welcome back from my mom's house.
Yeah, live from your very Italian Long Island mom's kitchen.
Live from on Long Island.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. Oh my God.
Episode 28. Don't be sorry, be better podcast.
Oh, it's so
from my mom's dining room.
How's your hip, bud?
Fucking sucks.
You get any good?
Very sore.
Get any good pills?
Yeah, they give me Oxy.
Oh, hey now.
I'm not really taking it though. I don't like to take it.
Yeah, that stuff's gross.
That stuff is like speed for me. Like I don't get like tired and like
I don't like
zombie mode. I get like fucking like anxiety and fucking amped up. I think it's like I'm in my head about it. And I just want to like fucking like.
No, it does. People get like they get energy from it. I never liked that shit. I remember like living down south in like the heyday. Yeah. Looking back, like, oh, it was the heyday. Like they really would just give anybody like pills for anything. Right? I got my wisdom tooth pulled. The guy gave me like 2 prescriptions for like real Vicodin, like big, like real ones, non-generic. Just like here you go. I hated them. I never liked that stuff. It always made me itchy.
The Vicodin always was like speed for me.
I never liked,
like fucking like.
I never liked that shit. I never liked it. You know, just deal with the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not walking fucking sucks.
Yeah, that blows.
Yeah.
That blows.
Yeah.
How long is the recovering?
I'm supposed to be able to put some weight on it next week, but like assisted with crutches. Now I'm like on absolutely no weight.
It'd be cool if you got a sweet cane. Like with a
cane?
Like a sword cane.
With a sword in it?
The sword, yeah.
What's that the blind fucking guy that had the sword in his cane? Blind Ninja, whatever. It's like an 80s movie. Fucking.
I don't know. Blade?
Yeah. So Blade's coming back.
Yeah, it is.
Is he going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine? He's got a cameo.
They're bringing him back. Everybody forgets Blade's a comic book because it's such a dope movie.
A Marvel comic book.
It's a Marvel comic book. Everybody forgets that it's like a comic. Like, oh, Blade's Blade, but it's like one of the sickest comic book movies.
Blade's the best.
But no one thinks about it as a comic book movie. It's just Blade.
Except for the last Blade with like Ryan Reynolds. Nah, not good.
That wasn't
the first 2 are good.
Yeah, the first 2 Blades were sick, dude. Love Blade.
Chris Christopherson as the adoptive mentor father.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
I got to rewatch Blade. Everything from that era is good.
Stephen Dorff, good vampire bad guy.
Yeah, great vampire bad guy.
Yeah.
Even better representative for e-cigarettes. Remember he did those e-cig commercials? He's like, I'm Stephen Dorff. I've been a smoker for years.
I love the fucking...
It's like him ripping an e-cig.
That's like my favorite. Kyle Dunnigan has the video of like, he has like the face swap of Ray Liotta and they're doing Channix.
Yeah, I tried everything. Cocaine.
And he's like, you can't, he's like, Ray, you can't smoke during the commercial. He's like, of course I can pretend not to smoke it. I'm one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah, fucking Channix. I tried everything to quit smoking.
He's like, no, Ray,
everything.
He's like, Ray, you can't curse. He's like, He's like Karen. That's all we fucking had.
Yeah, shout out to Ray Liotta.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Big R.I.P. to Ray Liotta. Speaking of things from
his last movie was Cocaine Bear.
I watched that movie. It was so terrible. It was so terrible.
Do you think that movie killed? That's the movie.
That was the straw that broke Ray Liotta's back.
Yeah.
Damn. Everything's making a comeback from back in the day, right?
Yeah.
I was just at a whole rock festival.
Yeah, tell me about Rockville. Let's
So this
part 2.
This is my second year at Rockville. Were we doing this during the first time I went to Rockville?
No.
Yeah,
it's the same time every year, right?
Yeah, relatively within like a week or so.
No.
Yeah, so I went to Rockville and Daytona for the second time. Mm-hmm. Super awesome rock festival in Daytona, right in Daytona Speedway, right in like the infield of the big NASCAR track. Mm-hmm. They had a lot of bands, crazy bands last year. This year, the lineup I wasn't so blown back by, but they were still pretty good. Saw, who did we see? Offspring.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've seen them. They're so good live.
Amazing live. They play every song. They just hit it. They
everything you want to hear.
Everything you want to hear. They were great live, like actually great live too. Mm-hmm. Who else did we see? Mudvayne. Mm-hmm. A Day to Remember.
Yeah.
We just went for the headliners because like I'm not spending all fucking day.
That's a long day.
Dude, it's a long day. And it's like
a lot of weirdos.
And it's a lot of weirdos. It's super hot because it's Daytona and it's fucking too hot. So we just went for the headliners. Queens of the Stone Age, a little disappointed.
Yeah, you said that, and I was I was disappointed because when I remember like seeing them back in the day, like they were so good live.
Like
Josh Homme, like
vocally, he wasn't like it just was
mailed it in.
Yeah, it was just like mailed it in. He's such like a West Coast pussy too. That guy. He's like he looks
slowly turning into the Taekwondo instructor.
Yeah, who like tries to sleep with the weird. It's like he looks like the guy who shows up to a party with a guitar.
Yeah,
and always like does this with his hair. It's like shut the fuck up, dude. Lame.
Fucking ginger.
Limp Bizkit though. Limp Bizkit was okay. I was a little disappointed.
Just okay?
Yeah, well, they were good, but Fred Durst turned into a fucking weirdo, dude. Like, he's weird, and there was a lot of like...
What was he dressed like? Because he usually wears like costumes and shit, right?
Dude had on like cargo shorts and like a fucking green vest and like a bright orange Cabela's like bucket hat. It was like weird. And it was no like...
I feel like I didn't know Carrot Top was going to be here with all those props.
It was bizarre. And he kept doing like... There was a lot of time in between songs. And he's just like talking and like being fucking weird. And like DJ Lethal's playing like 90s music. And he's like lip syncing to like... Do you have to let it linger? It's like weird. And he just starts playing like break stuff. I'm like... And I didn't like the songs he played. He didn't play anything from like their first album. Gay. But Foo Fighters was sick. But yeah, the three best shows... were Offspring, Jelly Roll, and Foo Fighters. You fuck with Jelly Roll?
I don't really listen to the country, so
I never really got into him.
And that's a very interesting, like him there. I mean, obviously his demographic, like his fan base, is definitely people that go to that concert.
Like people,
but like his music doesn't fit, right? He doesn't like.
That's what I thought, but it worked.
Yeah,
he has
like, that one song that I like. I don't know what it's called, but it's very popular. Probably.
It was the one about. God, when you need a favor, talk something like that. But he's got a bunch of them, dude. He was incredible live, like really, really good. His
live. Wife is hot.
Wife's so hot, and he was really good live, and he like the crowd loved him. He was awesome. He was one of the best performances. But it's a cool, it was fun, a lot of fun. Bought my lady. She's such a fucking weirdo magnet.
Yeah, let's talk about your crew.
Well, we went with a couple people.
Yeah,
we went with our friend, the OnlyFans friend.
Oh yeah. How was that?
It's fine. But she got noticed. She got recognized like twice.
Like by her fans?
Yes.
She's really getting famous, huh?
Well, she was like, I can't believe. I'm like, why are you so surprised? I'm like, you market to like a certain demographic.
Yeah.
Single males, divorced dads who listen to like
dad rock.
Dude, like Breaking Benjamin was playing. They were a headliner. Like it was like they should just call it like the Divorced Dad Rock Festival because it was like dudes getting worked in the divorce, the child support, like terrible.
It's like, I can't take the kids this weekend. I'm going to Rockville.
Going to Rockville is all I have. Is all I
can't take this away from me. The judge said so.
I gave you plenty of time. I gave you months in advance. You can't do this to me.
Every year, this weekend. It's my
Christina,
weekend.
You can't do this to me. Every time. Every time.
Care that your mom died. I'm going.
Who cares she died? Care your boyfriend. Care about your boyfriend. But yeah, so it's like totally that demographic, right? Like single dudes, like into that music. And I'm like, you're pretty big on Instagram. Like if you have a few 100,000 followers on Instagram.
She has a couple 100,000 followers?
Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
And like
I didn't realize she was that big now.
And the reels get, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views, right? Yeah. So now if you're at a rock festival with like, 60, 70, 80,000 people. And if you're like trending, right? Because if you're
was she posting while there?
No, because there's no service there, right? Yeah. When you're in the Rockville, so I don't know what she was doing out of the Rockville, but she wasn't like posting there. But like, if you're anything and like whatever, if you like chicks, like you like that's what you're into, right? On your gay. If you're gay and you like looking at pictures of chicks on your phone, but if you do, people that are into that, they're all going to kind of see the same thing because it's eventually, if you're trending, it's just going to show up in your feed. So I'm like, there's a pretty good chance that like there's a bunch of people here that have seen you.
So it was unexpected for her. Obviously, she wasn't expecting to be noticed, right?
Yeah.
And what was the interaction like? Was it weird for her, or was it like because
one dude just like
this is like newfound fame, right? Like she hasn't always been like
no.
So this is probably one of the few times that like somebody's recognized her out, right? Like, and was it like awkward, or was it? It
was awkward. It was awkward. Like one was like some old dude who just was like, I just wanted to know. I follow you on Facebook and I see your posts, and she was like, oh, okay, and then like. The guy just walked away. And then another guy was like a younger dude who just came up to her and was like, what's up? She was like, hi. And he's like, what's up? Like looking at her like he knew who she was.
That's weird.
And then I was over there. I was like, this is weird. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? He just like looks at me and like gives me a pound and walks away. I'm like, that was awkward. Fucking people are weird, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's a weird demographic in Rockville.
I can imagine.
Yeah, you know what
Daytona in general is a weird place.
Well, it's like also that music too. So it's like there was probably like not a lot of New Yorkers there. So like it's mostly people from the middle of the country, right? And the demographic at Rockville is really weird because it's like it's the extreme right and then it's also the extreme left. Right?
Really?
Like yeah, like so you have like all those type of like MAGA down south, like type Republicans, and then you have like the non-binary poly fucking weirdos too, who are like very left. But like when they come together and around, they're the same person. The extreme right and the extreme left, it's literally the same person, and it's very weird.
That is weird.
It also makes me realize that like if you're from New York, you're just so much more elite than people. Like really, like. Come on, dude. Like the rest of the country is shot, bro. Shot.
Yeah.
Shot.
Yeah.
It makes for great people watching. Rockville makes for awesome people watching, but these people are fucking roasted. It's like I wish my superpower was being able to just like teleport into a random human's body. Like, what does that guy do? Like on a Wednesday,
back to his double wide trailer and crushes Coors Banquet. By the way, Coors Banquet is my new favorite beer.
Coors Banquet's a good beer, dude.
It's so fucking good.
It's a great beer.
That bottle too, can't beat that bottle. The little fucking the little fucking round bottle.
You know what does that too?
Fucking awesome.
Miller High Life. They make the
nips.
I
don't like Miller High Life.
I like Miller High Life.
The champagne of beers.
But they do the nips. The nips are hard.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller beer. Yeah, no.
I like Miller.
No, Coors Banquet. That's my shit.
I was drinking Bud Heavy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was drinking Budweiser. I told
you forget if you don't drink it like all the time and you have like a nice cold Budweiser, you're like, this is fucking good.
Nothing better.
Yeah.
Nothing better than a cold
Fuck
Bud.
America and a fucking bottle, baby.
I'd send my
red, white, and blue sandwich.
My girl went and got me a beer at Rockville. I was like, give me a Bud. And she got up there and she's like, yeah, I couldn't remember if you wanted a Bud or a Bud Light. And I told that to the girl, and the girl said, well, is your boyfriend a redneck pussy? And she goes, no. She's like, then he wants a Budweiser. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I was like, I'm never drinking a Bud Light again, because I would have happily had a Bud Light. I don't really mind Bud Light.
Yeah, I don't mind Bud Light either.
At a festival, out of like, the aluminum bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Yeah, I like music festivals. They're fun, man.
Yeah.
I bought my inflatable couch.
I saw your story, you laying on it, and I was like, I just thought of the Matthew McConaughey L-I-V-I-N.
Living. Literally, the first night we were there, the Disturbed was playing. And
Disturbed.
That's
a good one. Except for their whatever that new shit that they're doing.
Except they're another overrated band.
New gay cover that they're doing.
Gay.
Yeah,
gay. Sound of Silence. Gay. And the sound system, so gay.
How many times did we say gay in one episode?
Dude, we were watching Evanescence play because they were a headline, something was weird. Like they had like a weird lineup.
One song, bro. They have one song.
I'm sitting there. They're playing, and again,
Wake Me Up Inside. That's it. That's the only one.
They have like two. I can't remember. But she's playing. And again, I give credit where credit's due, because I am a music fan. Yeah. I love music. Right? They were very good live.
Yeah. She had that voice.
Great voice. But I kept going to my girl. I was looking at her. I'm like, this is gay. I'm like, gay. I'm like, we came here for this. And then Slipknot. We came here for fucking Evanescence and Slipknot. Gay. Another overrated band, Slipknot.
Yeah, I don't really like.
They have two songs.
Yeah.
2 songs.
What's the one?
Duality.
And the other one, Wait
and Bleed.
Yeah, that's the one that I know.
That's it. The rest, I'm like, ah. And the Slipknot fans are fucking weird, dude.
They all wear the fucking masks.
Nah, they're just fucking gross.
And
they're from Iowa.
Our sensitive friend, when he was deployed in war, his team used to wear like the Slipknot mask when they were like kicking doors.
Could you imagine?
How terrifying!
Could you imagine being an innocent Middle Eastern and your door gets kicked in by a bunch of 20-year-olds who were lied to wearing Slipknot masks.
Just stink like tobacco and cigarettes.
They just stink like fucking...
Leaving empty Red Bulls in every street.
They just stink like Monster Energy drink and fucking cigarettes.
Yeah, getting your door kicked in by an American soldier with a fucking Slipknot mask on. Jesus.
We do war and terror so good in America.
Do we, though?
Probably not. I don't know.
We don't win.
Hey, listen.
We haven't won in quite some time.
Hey, listen. Vietnam is still a democratic country, and they love America over there. So you tell us in Vietnam, we lost the Vietnam War. They love America.
Prove it.
We smacked them around till they loved us. Yeah, Rockville. Good time. Good time. We'll go back next year. I would like to have...
I want to go next year.
You should. It's a fucking blast, man. It's so much fun. And then Daytona. So Daytona's kind of like sleep on.
You want to go to Nashville in July? Or are you going to Metallica in Spain?
I'm going to Metallica in
Spain. We're going to the crypto conference in Nashville. We're company sponsoring it. It's fucking sick.
A crypto conference in Nashville? Not, but I was
so sick.
I was actually talking to Devin about like we should do a Nashville trip just for the music, like go up and down Broadway. Nashville's cool. But Spain in July. Nice. Going to Charlotte, going to go see Korn in September in Charlotte. That'll be cool.
That's fucking sick.
That's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Who else am I seeing this year? Hootie and the Blowfish, Jones Beach.
Again.
September. No, I saw Darius Rucker.
Oh, that's the best joke. He's like, I don't like going on tour because I agreed for life to give them 50%. And he's like, I lose money every time I go on tour with them.
Which is fucked up because like you go to a Darius concert and he plays every Hootie song.
Of course he does.
He plays his Darius songs, which he is in his own right. Like if you're not in the country, you wouldn't know. But like Darius Rucker in his own right is a massive like country star.
Fucking Wagon Wheel.
You know, Wagon Wheel is an unfinished Bob Dylan song. Yeah, cool, right? So, like, in his own right, he's huge, but he still plays all of his Hootie songs. So now you got to go to a Hootie concert. He's going to play all his Hootie songs, right? But he's also probably going to play his Darius songs. But he's got to split money with these motherfuckers.
I mean, apparently.
I wouldn't want to do it. Yeah, pissed off.
Does not sound good.
No, it's a bad deal for him.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But yeah, Darius. Sorry, the shoe over there.
Yeah, sorry. Darius Rucker at Jones Beach. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
I can't wait. And then we were gonna go to see Stained in Charlotte.
Yeah.
But like a week later, Korn.
That's a good band too. That's a good live band.
I saw them last year. They were
Aaron
awesome.
Lewis.
I saw them last year. They were awesome. But then they're playing again in Charlotte. But Korn's playing a week after. Yeah. So we're gonna go to Korn instead. I think
that's even better.
Even better. Yeah, even better.
I like that.
Good time. Got to go to concerts, man. But you should definitely come to Rockville.
Yeah, I'll do it next year for
next year
if I'm here, as long as I'm in country.
You gonna be in India next year?
No, I don't know about. I'll be in India a few times this year. I'll be in Dubai in December.
You can meet us in Europe. We're going to try to go to a concert in Europe every year. Because you know what?
Down to do that. Especially after the call that we just had. Yeah,
concert in Europe. But got to be honest with you, it's not that much more expensive than going to Daytona.
Yeah.
Because like, it might have honestly, we might have spent the same amount of money going. I mean, granted, like we haven't gotten to Europe yet, but once you're there, it's so cheap. It's not like... You know, traveling in the States is crazy expensive. It was going to be $900 to fly out of JFK to Daytona per ticket.
Yeah, that's absurd.
That's crazy. We flew into Orlando. It was like $130.
How far is it from Orlando?
It's like a quick hour, 15-minute drive.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's easy.
Yeah.
And then you stop off.
You rented a car, I'm guessing?
Yeah. So even after the rental.
Did you do a hotel or Airbnb?
Airbnb.
Was it good?
It's everything in they're like so Daytona's kind of cool, right? It's a little trashy, but it's cool. They got hotels, which are very expensive. And
you can never trust an area where you can drive a Honda Civic on the beach.
Dude, people, it's crazy, bro. The beaches are beautiful.
Like, you know how white trash a place is by the amount of sedans you see driving on the beach.
And people do the lose. Like I saw, because I remember last year we're on the beach, but relatively same spot, and I saw this guy in like an old 76 Stingray. Asian guy doing loser laps up and down the beach. And we're getting there this year. He's the same guy. I'm like, that's that fucking guy from last year.
Selling meth.
I don't know what. I think he's just retired and he goes up and down the beach in his Corvette. But you could take whatever.
Was it the same guy from the fucking from New Jersey?
No, definitely not.
With the American flag fucking bandana.
No, this guy was just chilling, blasting 80s rock and going up and down the beach. But Daytona
Scorpions rock you like a hurricane on repeat.
So weird. But Daytona is cool because they have it's a little trashy.
Yeah.
But like it's either a hotel or there's like these condos and they're all these like studio or 1-bedroom units that you can buy for like 40 grand.
Yeah.
Down there and like rent them out. So like this place is cool. It was a studio, it's got a bed, a little kitchen, bathroom, like we're just sleeping in there.
Yeah, I just figured you spend sparing time.
Yeah, then you get up and then you go walk to the beach. 2 minutes.
What's the food like in Daytona? You find good eats or what?
Yeah, there is. So like, because Daytona is like down by the water where we stayed. It's like crabby seaside and like land shark, like kind of chain stuff, but actually good. We went this place Krabby's is like good for what it is. But then they have like a little downtown over the bridge, and there's a couple actually really good restaurants in Daytona. Like they're trying to make it a little kind of cool, They got a couple of good coffee shops. Like last year I was there, it was just Dunkin' Donuts. Now they have like a couple like hipster coffee places, and they got a bunch of kava bars and a little record shop, and it's a cool little downtown. It's slept on. Daytona is pretty slept on. And the beaches are beautiful,
Are they?
They're gorgeous.
I really love Florida beaches.
They're gorgeous. The sand, white sand beaches, super clean. Garbage cans every 100 feet. You won't find a cigarette butt, a cup of coffee, nothing.
That's good.
Yeah, dude, clean beaches, super clean beaches. But it's very hard. The sand, it's super like talcumy. I probably still have sand stuck in my hat from it. It's very thin, but it's
that trucked in sand, right?
Yeah. No, it's not trucked. I don't think it's trucked in.
Probably.
No, dude, it's white. The sand is white, dude. It's white sand beaches. The same, all the goals. We met a guy last year who did real estate, and he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, you'll see. He goes, go up and down the beach, like St. Augustine, whatever, Miami, all that. He goes, this is the cheapest oceanfront real estate probably on the East Coast of America.
Yeah.
I mean, to get it.
The median income, though, of Daytona is really fucking poor.
Yeah, well, the people that are there, they're like, that's like their spot. Like people, they got drunk and they got roped into like buying a $50,000 unit.
Like fucking bike week.
We met somebody down there who does real estate, and we're like, how's the market down here? And they're like, it's probably gonna collapse like in the next year. It's probably a good time to buy. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah. She goes, a lot of people during COVID, they were buying these little units, like thinking they're going to come down here all the time. And now people are just like stuck with units. They got a bad hit with a bad hurricane. People don't want to put the money into like something. Now there's going to be a lot of stuff available. Why not buy a little $50,000 studio?
Yeah.
Go down there once a
year for Rockville.
Yeah. No, but then the rest of the time you have two major NASCAR races, right? That bring Daytona 500. They have the Speedway. So they have the Daytona 500, and then
what's
there's like
the other one?
I can't remember, but I think they have a second race. Well, they do other races besides NASCAR there. Then you have Bike Week.
Oh, Bike Week's crazy.
Then they have Beach Week, which is Jeep Week, which they did the week prior to Rockville, where it's like literally thousands of Jeeps line up. They're all there's like 10,000 Jeeps that come there.
Wow.
So like they always have huge stuff and like,
But let's be honest.
What?
Those events.
What about them?
Those are all super white trashy events.
Yeah, the super white. No, I'm not talking about, I'm talking like you buy something so you have a place to stay, or maybe you
rent it out to the white trashy folk.
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, listen, they still have money. You could be white trash or not. Like you white trash in Rockville, you white trash in NASCAR, you're still going to spend $200-300 a night to go down there. So it doesn't matter. Like your white trash, you still got it still costs what it costs. 100,000 people come to your city for a week. Like they still got to sleep somewhere, and like, I think it's probably a pretty good. What's your mortgage on a $50,000 unit? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Be fun. And Daytona's easy enough to get to. It's like maybe you do go down a couple of times a year and you just chill.
Yeah.
But I mean, just to have it for Rockville, why not? You can run it as a break even and have a free place to stay in Rockville.
Yeah.
It'd almost be nice because you could have a unit, make it nice, like make it your taste.
And then my only fear is you get down there and there's a squatter and you can't get them out. Well, Florida probably you get them out, but
yeah, probably you shoot them. You just shoot them. But you know what you say, white. But a lot of those, they're just good people, though. A lot of they're just good, like really American people from the heartland. They're just down here. They work hard. They come. This is their trip. They don't want to fuck around. Like you don't get a lot of. I mean, it's like anything, but there's plenty of places for squatters to go hang out in down there. But then the hurricanes hit them really bad. They're still doing work on the buildings there. The hurricanes fucked a lot of that ocean front up. There was this huge, fake business idea. You want to hear a fake business idea?
Yeah, let's go.
There was this huge piece of property next to where we were staying. It was completely vacant. It had to be, 6 acres.
Yeah.
All oceanfront.
Yeah.
For sale.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't look into the zoning, but I imagine you could do it. You buy the land. You don't even develop it. You level it out. You get they already had electric there. Mm-hmm. You get your sewers, everything hooked up, right? And you make it a nice oceanfront RV campsite. 50 lots, right? $1,000 a lot for the week. Mm-hmm. You have your sewage, your everything, whatever you need for an RV campsite, but it's just on the ocean.
That's a great idea.
It's kind of like an awesome idea, right?
Yeah. There's only probably like 2 months out of the year you can't do it. Even then.
Why? This doesn't get snow. Why couldn't you do it? Well, I guess, hurricane season.
Yeah.
You put a pool in. You have a pool, like a nice pool.
In the ocean?
All those places we stay, they all have pools overlooking the ocean. You put a pool in there and maybe a little 1,000 square foot hut, bathrooms people can use, showers, and
that's a good idea.
And you sell
that's
stuff.
Not fake business. It's a good idea.
This is good. Can we raise money for that? I don't really know what you
Can we raise money for any of the other ideas that we have?
But this is pretty viable.
That's 100% viable. Everything that we have is viable.
There's no major construction costs. You don't have to put up a 30-story.
Yeah, thing. You just have to put 50 fucking electric and water connections in.
I don't even think you got to put water connections at every spot.
You got to have fresh water, and you got to have a spot where people can dump bad water.
Yeah. You build a little.
Otherwise, they'd be just dumping in on the sand. Gross.
You got to build a little thing, probably 2,000.
Some amenities.
A little, like a 2,000 square foot thing, a shop where it's open 24 hours.
How much do you think that land is worth?
I don't know.
Let's come to look into it for sure.
I don't know, a couple $1 million.
That's a lot.
You think a couple of million for oceanfront, prime oceanfront on Daytona Beach?
Yeah, but what could you charge as a daily rate?
How do you not a couple $100 a night for oceanfront?
I don't know. People that camp in Montauk on the fucking ocean don't pay a couple $100 a night.
What do they pay?
I don't know. I'll get you the number, but it's not that. I mean, people pay the season pass and shit for fucking. It's not that expensive.
How do you not get $1,000 for a week to park your fucking RV for Speed Week?
That's expensive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all. I mean, yeah.
But you're on the ocean. You got a pool. You got the whole thing. You're right down walking into.
I think that's expensive.
Is it?
$1,000 for a week to park your RV and get what? Electric and fucking fresh water.
Electric, water, the amenities of having the nice bathroom, the nice swimming pool.
Maybe it's not. You know what? They probably charge.
You have access to a shop.
Imagine you do it by
there'll be a convenience store there. You can get everything you need. You don't have to leave the property.
Yeah. Imagine you do it at like a marina where you charge by the foot.
I mean, listen, this is what I just saw next to me every day. I looked at it. I wonder what that fucking. I don't know why.
I meant to take a for sale sign.
Yeah, it was available. I don't know why I didn't look at the number. Fucking asshole. Stupid. But yeah, I'm wonder how much
find it.
Wonder how much I land.
Literally just Google Earth. Yeah. The fucking Airbnb you're staying at, and just go down the street, and you probably see the fucking sign.
Yeah. It's right there. I mean, how much could it be? How much could it be? The tallest building in that city in Texas just sold for $10 million. How much could this property
What
be?
city?
What city? Fort Worth?
Okay, that's Dallas fucking suburb.
No, not Dallas. Was it Dallas? I thought I sent it to you. It was it was sold in 2021 for $100 and something million, and then it just went for sale in a foreclosure auction for $11 million.
Yeah, but that's a foreclosure.
You still got the building for $11 million.
Yeah, but it's gonna go short sale, obviously, because that's probably what was left on the fucking note that they fucking that they defaulted on.
So no one's getting that building for $11 million?
Probably. If it is worth that and it sold for $100 million however long ago, there's definitely going to be some structural needs. And there's probably a lot of fucking
unfinished floors.
Yeah. Ton of shit that needs to buy it for 11, put 50 into it. You know
the original owner was like, fuck this, and he ripped out all the copper.
People do that. You really laugh. People actually do that.
in massive skyscrapers. I know they do it at their house. I don't know about
massive skyscrapers, but
they'll do it at your house.
Like real estate projects is like track homes. Like a home building company goes defunct. They have 150 track home, and they go in and they rip out anything that's worth anything.
Yeah, I get that.
And then you get in there and there's no electric and there's no plumbing.
It's like when you see a really good house for sale on Long Island. It's like a really good price. It's like, oh, there's no plumbing, no walls, there's no there's no pipes anywhere.
We destroyed it before we left.
Yeah, there's no bathrooms, there's no faucets, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. You got who sent us that thing with that girl about the girl in Hoboken?
Who do you think?
Paul, right? Yeah. We got to get him on here.
He's so excited for the newest episode to drop with the phone call that he's on.
God.
He's like, I'm going to tag it every day. I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah, so we had a pretty serious situation that turned into an absolute nothing burger, which is hilarious. So our friend Paul, who we may or may not have pinned as a serial edger, sent us a friend of his story, and it was a girl in Hoboken that just went missing. Her friends, her roommates, whatever, reported her missing after being gone missing for 24 hours. So a couple days go by, and of course, they find her. She's fine. Yeah. Nothing happened. She was like really upset that like they like posted that, and they're like, you know, we don't have all the details yet. I'm gonna get the details from Paul, but basically what we surmised is that she was like shacked up with somebody for like a couple days,
just being a hoe
in that hoe phase. Nice. And you know, now her family's worried for her well-being. But for like 12 hours, we were like, yo, this guy, Steve, he saw our episode and like took our notes, and now has perfected it.
It's like Hoboken's hot right now.
Yeah. And she fit, you know, young, mid-20s, good-looking girl. Like,
now, it's nice that nothing happened, that she was just hoeing for a few days.
Yeah.
But aren't you a little disappointed that she's not in a suitcase?
I was a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
They just like local news today.
Brings me to my point, Steve. Where's your commitment? Where's your dedication to your craft?
Poor Steve. Poor Steve. I wonder what he's doing. What do you think Steve's doing right now?
He might have offed himself afterwards.
No way. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it.
You know what? He quit his job the next week, and he was like, "Mom, I'm gonna go backpacking through Thailand."
Now that's a place.
Find himself.
That's a place you can murder some people and just keep it moving.
Pretty sure you could pay somebody to murder them.
Pay them.
They would just give the money to their family.
Yeah, but what's definitely way worse if you get caught for like murder in Thailand, though, because now you're in like a Thai prison or like some other prison wherever you get caught.
I mean, I'd rather be, but I assume that he's like a finance bro, like pretty like sizable guy, right? So like he'd probably be one of the bigger guys in fucking Thailand jail. If they all know martial arts.
I don't know, bro. You're trying to.
They all know martial arts.
I don't care if I'm fucking 7 foot tall, Jack, bro. I don't want.
No. 7 feet's too tall. You stick out too much.
It's too tall. You're like weird.
You're like sitting at the lunch table and you're like taller than everybody.
I've never seen like a guy that tall that like I'm intimidated of. I'm like, you just look fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm never scared of height.
Super tall weirdo. Yeah, but you want to walk around with a bunch of like 5'3" psycho Thai criminals that just like smoke gross cigarettes all day. They're gonna kill you.
Yeah,
I'm not taking my chances in Thai prison.
I don't want to take my chance in any prison.
Yeah, but I think I would much rather like be in an American prison than like a prison in Thailand.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Wes Watson.
Fuck that guy. I mean,
shot caller.
Yeah, he was a shot caller.
No, he wasn't.
He was in the shoe, bro.
Yeah.
He was in the shoe,
bro. There's some fucking jail guy that fucking completely shit on him. It was just like, he's a liar, completely a liar.
I mean, the guy still went to jail.
Yeah, oh, great. That means he's a bad criminal. Be a better criminal.
Be a better criminal.
Don't go to jail. Be a better criminal.
Oh, that's the ultimate hustle. What he does now, though, just like convincing losers to give him money to coach them. And then sending them like a cut and paste workout routine
with an autograph photograph,
a pair of his stripper wife's underwear,
one ripped out beard hair for authenticity.
That's the move, though. You just like that's the ultimate fake business.
Fucking dumb fucking rich people to fucking give you money that they can make their business better when you have no business background.
Convince rich people with low self-esteem that you can make their already successful businesses even better with no.
There's too many of those guys now.
So weird.
The guy is a car salesman. I'm like, fuck off.
There are so many of them, but like, how do people keep falling for that?
Okay.
Because like, not everybody, there's like the tier, like that guy West will get people to give him $20,000 to go hang
like
with
these
him.
People,
but then there's like those bullshit like $500, like $1,000 tier like systems.
So
like,
those people, right? They work mindless jobs. They're going to work mindless jobs forever. They want more for themselves.
They go to Rockville.
But they have no ability to do it, and they're not entrepreneurial. So they need somebody to teach them how to do it. The problem is these fucking people are liars, and they don't teach them shit.
Don't teach them anything.
Anything. They're not giving you the special sauce. They're giving you, hey, you just buy 30 rental properties before the age of 30, and then you're a millionaire. Oh, you just have millionaire friends, and then you guys all have a $300 million net worth. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They don't tell you how to get there.
They don't tell you how. Grant Cardone, the biggest fucking scam fraud of all time. He was literally,
and that guy
he was pushing the Dave Ramsey talking points for the first 3.5 years of him being an influencer, and then switched it up to,
now the guy tells you
real estate tycoon. It's like, you're a bitch and you just rob people. Scam.
But
now he's got his own investment wing because he was forced to fucking register, and he's losing money out the ass, and he's taking investors' micro money to fucking try and bail his buildings out of debt. Crazy. He's going to go to jail.
Maybe not.
Well,
probably as good a lawyer. He's not going to go to jail. But Grant Cardone's not.
I mean, he's not as rich as he says he is, though.
He's got plenty of money.
Yeah.
He's richer than me and you.
No,
by a lot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Put both our money together. What are we going to get? Nothing. Buy a chair.
Buy a chair. I don't even know if I can buy that chair right now, to be honest with you. But yeah, like
I don't critique people with looking in my own pocket. You know what I mean?
He does get it. Like I had a customer of mine who does very well for himself. He went to that 10X
I know a
conference,
kid,
and I was even like,
know a kid that goes to them.
It's so weird, but like people do it. But like my friends, I said, you went to that? It's so weird. You went to it. He goes, yeah, no, but you know what? He goes, there was a lot of other people there. And he's like,
yeah, a fuck ton of other people.
A ton of other people, aside from just like the speaking, but it's like I guess it's like it's a good networking.
Yeah, but thing. So many of his 10X pupils,
yeah,
like the more successful ones, they all shit on him. And like, I got successful when I got away from those people and away from those ideologies. Like,
well, because it's, it's again, like we've talked about it, like people, they just want to be rich.
Right. But they don't want to put the work in.
They don't want to put the work in.
Right.
And you can't teach people like this kid, Eddie, who works for me. He's a good kid. And I'm like trying to like show him things. It's not that I'm some like entrepreneurial guru, but like I figured out how to not have a real job for a while. Right. Yeah. So good for me, I guess,
Right.
But I'm just like, I said, listen, bro, I can only tell you like what to do so much. I'm like, I'm giving you all this game for free. I'm like, you just have to go implement it.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people, they want to just,
implementation. That's the biggest.
They want to keep like researching and reading. I was like, you're going to know too much. Like, what do you mean? I was like, you're going to know too much. Also like you can know too much.
That's an aversion to risk as well. Yeah. It's like, I got to be perfect at it before I can take step one. It's like, no, there is no such thing as perfection. You take step one and you learn from your mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. But as long as you learn from those things and keep moving forward, your probability of success is at a much higher rate. If you wait for it to be perfect, you're never going to do anything.
Never.
Right.
And you got to at least take, like this weekend, I'm away. Yeah. There was a coin show.
Yeah.
I said, you want to do it? You can set it up. You can do it. He's like, yeah, because it'd be great for him, get him out of his shell a little bit. It was Mother's Day. He goes, oh, it's Mother's Day on Sunday. I said, yeah. And? He goes, oh, I don't know if I can do it.
Well, he's like a little mama's boy kind of, right?
I'm like, bro. He texts me. He's like, oh, I can't do it because it's Mother's Day. I didn't text him anything back because I'm like, you know what? That's on you.
But he's like close to his mom though, right?
Yeah, I'm close with my mom too. But if I had to do a coin show at 8 o'clock in the morning, I would go do it from 8 to 1.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm like, bro, you give him, I'm going to be like, you bring your mom breakfast in bed,
has he ever done one without you?
No.
That's why.
Not my
so
problem.
He's an introvert. Right? Yeah. Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, fucking introvert.
But you got to get out of the shell.
Yeah, but how do you coerce the turtle out of the shell?
I don't know. I tell him, like, you got to tickle the turtle. I tell him, I said, I say, he goes, I say, Marcus Aurelius also conquered the world.
Yeah.
I'm like, he didn't just like sit alone like a weirdo.
He had those thoughts after he conquered the world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
when he was at boredom, he was like, all right.
I guess I'm going to like pass my knowledge along. I already fucking conquered everything.
Sitting around drunk for the fucking 100th day and was like,
It's like that reel I sent you. It's like that reel I sent you. Like people just everybody thinks I think I'm like mysterious and like sexy, but people just think I'm autistic and fucking weird. It's like you can't be like you gotta you gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of the shell. But I can't. You can sell the plan, right? Yeah. But ultimately, like people have to do it.
Yeah, I mean implementation. If you lack execution, like there's nothing forever. Like unless you work on it and get better at it, if you lack execution, you're gonna lack success. The probability of you getting lucky and something working out and you hitting it big are very small.
I'm bad at execution.
But if you keep working, like you're not bad at working.
I can be. I might be a little lazy.
You know what? I'm not bailing you out. Fuck you. You're lazy. You suck at execution. Fuck you.
Well, I do suck at execution. I have great ideas. Terrible at execution.
I will say, you have amazing ideas. You suck at follow through.
Follow through and execution.
It's not execution because you can get it. You can get it launched.
Yeah.
But keeping that mental stamina to keep it going is where you always fucking destroy things.
I know. I've always been like that.
Yeah.
I'm too.
Yeah. I've had this conversation with your dad so many times about like
fuck you, Ted.
about how fuck you, Ted. How talented you are, like when it comes to like ideas and like, you know, just like
life
packaging things, like really like fashion forward, trend, like cognizant, like you have a good eye, you have like a good like sense of like what's gonna be in like favorable, what's going to like look good for people, what people want to see. Like you have a good mind for that. But then there just comes a point where you're like, all right, I'm onto this thing. I'm done. It's like there's been so many things like the knives, man. You were like knives would have been sick, and you're like, we're doing good knives. And then you're just like, I'm over.
No, because
like,
you know what?
Same with the root beer. Same with the beer. Like,
let's talk about the knives because you know what the knives. You know what my problem is? What? I get into things as a hobby.
And then monetize it, and then you're like, now it's not fun anymore.
But I don't mean to. Like the knives, I literally started making knives because I spent like $400 on a custom knife, and I looked at it and I was like,
I could make this.
Yeah. So you start Googling, and then you don't go down the rabbit hole. And then you just put things on the internet for fun, and then somebody wants to buy a knife from you, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then and then all of a sudden, when I just wanted to shut it off and not fucking talk to anybody, and just wanted to like grind the metal and
the moment you create it into a job and not a hobby,
it sucks. It sucks. I don't want to do it anymore. Like I enjoyed knives. There's something about it. Like I would just be grinding.
Sword maker in the land doesn't make swords anymore.
The blind sword maker in the mountains of Okinawa. Like he just doesn't want to do it. The sword maker just like, I'm like, fuck, now I got to do this.
Like, I got 7 orders. I don't want it.
Yeah, like I had to and then I'm like,
well, that's a hobby that you could control a little bit. But I think you've had like, I want to say like similar oomph towards like the root beer.
Well, okay, and then I got burnt out with the root beer again. If you knew now what you knew then, I never would have made root beer like an asshole.
Yeah.
But I got into it as a hobby because I liked brewing. It was a hobby.
You like the old world way of
I just like making things. I come from a very cooking centric family. Like we like making ingredients and a final product, and I enjoyed it. And then you start monetizing it, but now that it's already doing all the events and all the shit, which is what it was. But now it's like, I gotta fucking be up till 2 a.m. right now, fucking bottling everything, do all the
dipping and wax,
dude. The production, you don't realize how bad that dude. You were, but not like, dude. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And if I knew then what I knew now, I would have just had the idea.
Outsource the fuck out of it.
I would have gone to Great South Bay. I'd be like, oh yeah, you make root beer. It tastes like root beer. Perfect. Here's a label. I'll send them to you. White label everything. Yeah. And I would have just made everything, distribution, sales, and that's it. Because it's a whole, like you can't do the production and the sales and distribution. Like you can, but you just get burnt out. I got fucking burnt myself out, bro.
Yeah.
And then the knives, it turned into, I just wanted to make fucking knives and be left alone, dude. I just want this.
You sent that one like Instagram famous girl a stabby thing. She liked it.
Yeah. I sent
shouted you out.
I made knives for couple of knives from a guy in the Kingdom of Bahrain. I made a whole shitload of knives for this guy Earl, who is a shout out to fucking Earl. He's the owner. He was one of the owners of Ballast Point Brewery, and he made tons of money. They sold Ballast Point for $1.033 billion, literally.
Jesus.
Then they started Cutwater Distillery, and this guy
sold that for
shitloads of money,
$1 billion.
But we helped bring Cutwater to market. And this guy Earl was a super ill dude. He was like all into hunting, and then we started talking about knives. Like, yeah, I'll make some knives. He's like, oh, could you do? I'm like, yeah, send me the barrel staves. I'll make you hunting knives with like the barrel stave handles. I made him a dozen.
That's cool.
Super cool. But then even then, now I'm like, okay, I'm making these.
I promised to do a dozen. I actually can only make 6.
I had to get my brother-in-law involved. He had to help me, and I got to pay him. And then I send out the knives, and I'm fucking. Now I got to go hunt down this fucking guy Earl who's worth $1 zillion for like $2 grand. I'm like, oh, I didn't get the check yet. I got to shake this guy down for the money.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I'm like, I just want to make knives. And then the reality, I never should have got into knives. I should have just kept buying like that company that got Half Face Blade. Shout out to them. They're awesome. Super cool. I bought one of their knives. Dude, I wound up, did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Bro, I'm sitting on the couch.
Just rehandle it?
No, dude, I'm sitting on the couch like 3 years ago. Yeah. Watching TV with my wife. And I get a DM from somebody saying, hey, I saw a comment of yours on a Half Face Blades post from like a long time ago. Like, do you own any of their knives? And I'm like, yeah, actually I did. I bought like one knife from them. He goes, would you be interested in selling it? And this thing was just sitting in like my knife drawer, junk drawer. I'm like, thinking to myself, I'm like, not really. I'm like, you'd have to offer me a lot of money. I'm like, for me to want to sell the knife, I guess, right? Like, how much is this guy going to offer me? He's like, well, he goes, I can't afford it, but I know someone who can. I'm like, can't afford it.
What does that mean?
Bro. He's like, I'm gonna have my friend shoot you a DM. He's like, hey, what's going on? I have a knife. I show him the knife, the whole thing. He's like, oh, is that? I'm like, yeah, it's a bison horn handle with the mosaic pins. I had to go, whoa, he doesn't do that anymore. That's like a hand shape. They don't even hand shape them anymore. I'm like, yeah, it's an original knife. I got it like 8 years ago.
Easy, buddy. You're jizzing all over me a little bit.
Dude's literally edging himself over this fucking knife, bro. And I'm like, yeah, make me an offer. Thinking he's going to say like $900. And I'm like, fuck off. I paid $400. I'll just keep it in my drawer. I'll never use it even if I sell for $900. Yeah. Dude offered me $5,000 for it.
And you sold it.
Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, here's my
cash
PayPal.
Or cash.
Here's my PayPal. Like 30 seconds later, PayPal for $5,000 for this knife.
Wow.
Crazy.
How much are those knives worth?
They're worth lots of money.
He doesn't make them anymore?
He does, but it's just like they became...
He evolved. He got big. And
he got big. Like, dude, like every time like Joe Rogan's cutting meat, like he has a picture, it's like a Half Face Blades knife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, like they're a super awesome company. I've actually wound up talking to the guy. They're good people. But like just higher production now. They use different materials. The knives are all like water jet cut first. Then they're, instead of like hand shaping, it's different. But it's like all these collectibles, like knives is a whole nother thing. There's like these hidden knife makers. They do these. Even now, you could go to Half Face Blades when they do these knife drops. If you can get, it's like sneakers, right? They sell out, boom, quick. And then you could resell those knives. You could 2, 3, 4x your money on some of these knives.
That's wild.
So yeah,
collectibles is so funny because you never know what's gonna be fucking big or like what's gonna and what's not. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things that like you like. Oh man, like cards, right? Like I have all these cards. I'm like, oh, they're gonna be worth money, and they're not worth dick. And then there's all these things that are. You would never think were worth money that are worth so much fucking money. You're like, it's crazy.
Knives are like that, though. I know a couple of people who collect knives. They're big into knives like that, and it's the brand. Like what attracted me to Half Face Blades was their branding. They had awesome branding. Their designs were great. They were like super cool. Like it was a cool backstory. The guy's like a retired SEAL. Like and he just makes knives out in Cali now. I'm like, oh, that's a cool company, and it just stuck. And now the knives are worth crazy fucking money. $5,000 for that knife. I feel like I might have gotten hosed.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy went and flipped it for $9,000.
Wow,
I wouldn't be surprised.
You can't have buyer's remorse. You can't have FOMO with that.
I don't have FOMO. I needed the money.
Made a profit. You made it.
Yeah, I needed the money. I didn't actually.
$400 into $5,000 is pretty fucking good.
At the time, I didn't need the money, but I'm like, yeah, I'll take your fucking 5 years. I bought coins with it, whatever, But yeah, so I never should have made a knife. I should have just kept buying his knives.
Imagine.
Yeah, could just kept buying.
You're the biggest open face blade dealer in the country or whatever.
Half Face Blades. Because like at the time too, I could have just become friends with this guy. I was actually
correct me.
Yeah, well, shout him out.
Half-face blades.
Half-face blades, yeah. So what do I know?
You, dog.
What do I know? I knew.
Congrats.
Instead, I just want to make knives.
Congrats on all your success.
Sell them to people. Dummy. Stupid. I don't even have any of my knife making equipment anymore.
You got rid of it all?
No, I got divorced.
You lost it in the divorce?
I
still like, and I want the knife making.
I still have my forge.
Yeah.
I still got the forge. Maybe I'll make knives.
You should make a knife again.
I'd love to. I actually miss it because I see people. I'm like, oh, I wish I still did
it.
It
would be funny, like, again, this goes to like monetizing it, which obviously is not something you want to do, but like with your like rare coins and like making like a knife with like a rare coin that's not like obviously worth too much, but like something that's like a memorable piece and like creating like one-offs. Yeah, one-offs that way.
It's not the right metal.
No?
Nah, you wouldn't want to make a knife with coin metal. It's too soft.
Like it's all copper? What, silver?
Depends on what coin you. If an old coin, silver, yeah, silver's like the last thing.
Or you like etch the handle to like fit like some rare something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you could put
and do like a one-off, do like one a year, and just like fucking build your community that way.
You could put like a coin back in it.
Yeah.
And just I would like to do it just to give people gifts for knives, make nice knives.
Never gave me a knife.
Well,
gave some Instagram girl one, but you didn't give me one.
She was so hot, bro. She was so hot. I wonder what her name is. I can't remember.
I know her name. I follow her.
Do you?
Yeah.
She's still hot and Instagram famous?
I think she's getting old, but she's probably still hot.
Probably. They get old.
Probably covered in tattoos. She's hot.
Yeah, she is hot.
She's hot.
Yeah.
You want to hear you want to hear something random?
Absolutely.
So the other day I got a message on LinkedIn and it's from a matchmaker.
Okay.
And it's this girl and she's like, "Hey, like I came across your profile." And I'm like, "Bullshit, whatever." But then I look at my views and she actually looked at my profile. She's like, "I think you'd be perfect for my client." So I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "If you're interested, like I'd love to like show you what she looks like in her bio, and then if you're interested, we'll set a Zoom meeting and you can meet her."
It's very clinical to me. I don't like
so
any of that off the bat.
Yeah, but like, you know, I
guess is how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Matchmaking,
but I've been like
field.
you know, obviously I've been like wanting to like date and like
baby fever.
Yeah, meet somebody, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's try it.
Why not?
So she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited." She's like, "I think you guys are really gonna hit it off." I'm like, "Yeah, just send me the pictures." 4 pictures, right? I read her bio. I'm like, all right, she's just like fucking professional, fucking lawyer, blah, blah, blah. Like around my age.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's click the picture. Click the picture. I'm like,
Buzz's girlfriend.
Woof.
Woof. Really?
And then I got offended. And I was like, the matchmaker, I was like, why would you think that like that would work?
I would have torn the matchmaker apart. I would have been like, you kidding me?
I did.
And what did she say? She
was like, no, it's not. She's like, I didn't mean it she's like, I don't know. She's like, you know, you never know what like people are in, blah, 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 blah.
People are into.
Right.
Was she like really terrible?
Like, I'm not convinced that she likes guys.
It's like a picture of her in front of a Subaru.
She had the same haircut as me, basically.
Balding too?
No. I won't be after Turkey, you dick.
I mean, maybe has a lot of money. She'd take you to Turkey. You and her go to Turkey, get hair transplants.
It's not in the cards for us. Sorry. I can't fake it.
But why would somebody do that?
So what came from that is the matchmaker was so apologetic that I actually have a phone call with her this week that she is going to offer me a limited time free service to matchmake me with a young professional in New York City.
Huh.
So
what are the rates like?
Oh, they're expensive.
Very, I'd imagine.
Very expensive.
Yeah, I could
They're
imagine.
like a legit service, like
written
about in like Wall Street Journal and Forbes and stuff. Like it's a big service.
No, I know it's like a legitimate. Yeah, it's like a legitimate field, but it must be expensive.
Very expensive.
I mean, I guess if you're like for high net worth people, and
it's worth it. I guess if you're trying to date a certain caliber, right? Like,
you know what? I guess if you're just a high net worth individual, and you just. I mean, if you're not a high net worth individual, it's fucking hard to meet people and you're busy and this and that. It's like, it's probably nice. I could see that being like, yeah, I'll hire a matchmaker. This is what I'm looking for. And, you know, it's probably a nice thing to have.
Yeah.
I will see meet people.
Yeah.
Especially like you're already rich. So you're just waiting for someone to just try and like put their hooks into you and like manipulate you anyway.
Listen, I mean, if I have to have one more like fluff conversation with a bartender and then be like, oh my God, like, oh, what do you do? And it's like, okay, shut up.
Yeah,
just shut up. I can't do it anymore.
So I just keep getting married in long-term relationship. So I just get tired of the fluff conversation. I have about 5.
I'll keep you guys updated on how the matchmaking goes.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though. I mean,
it's interesting.
Yeah, it's like if Yeah.
It came at the right time because I'm like, obviously laid up with the hip. So like I have like time. So I've been like, chatting with some people and like.
Maybe it's nice. It's like, that's like when you get to a certain point, you get the matchmaker. Be like, you know what? I'm done with the bullshit. I don't want to talk to a bunch of bartenders. I don't want the back and forth, the boop, boop, boop. Like, just like get right to it.
But like, yeah, not like a complete like fucking pig.
Well, yeah, not like a dud. I mean, there's plenty of, I don't know, that's like offensive.
Diving on grenades. Come on.
Yeah, that's like offensive that she like hit.
Yeah, I was like, listen, I have a good headshot. Like my LinkedIn profile, like I look good.
You photograph well.
Yeah. I got a nice smile. I got nice eyes. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Just because the turf's a little low up top doesn't mean that I'm not a quality catch.
Why would you think I want to hang out?
I got credentials on my LinkedIn out the ass.
On paper, I look great.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work though with a matchmaker. You got to give them like a whole bio.
I already did that. I did all that.
Oh, it's so lame. I don't want to do that.
She gave me like notes to change stuff and like a bunch of other things.
That's why
it's perfectly nice, and because I'm not paying for it, I see the value in it. But I'm sure if I was paying the ridiculous fee,
well, how long do you get without the fee?
It's like 30 days.
Oh yeah. I bet on the 32nd day.
Well, she guaranteed to match me at least 3. So,
I mean, I could go on Tinder and match with 15 girls right now.
Well, I did that already.
Trash though,
right?
Such trash.
Last week when I was in the city, I made my Bumble account.
Yeah.
2 days. Over 350 likes.
I believe it.
So
I believe it.
Once I get good hair again, it's over. It's over. I matched with this one girl, and she's actually very successful. She's beautiful. But we're like just like telling like war stories, like dating, and she's telling me about this guy, and she's like, yeah, this guy, he's like very upfront and very honest. And she's like, oh, I appreciate that, but he like fully was way too honest, way too soon. I was like, oh, how so? And she's like, well, he was like, I dabble in drugs. And she's like, okay, what drugs? And he was like, meth.
Really?
I was fully honest. I'm like, too honest. Save that one for the third date.
Did I ever tell you about? I matched with the girl. I matched with a girl on Tinder. She was a ketamine dealer.
That's crazy.
I never even met her. That she opened up with that. She goes, "Are you a cop?" I'm like, "No." Why? She's like, "Well, who's that?"
I don't know.
Melinda from Bumble. You should answer. Let's answer it right now. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm not answering that.
Oh, that's perfect. You're not going to answer Melinda's video call.
I don't even know what that is. You do a Bumble video while on the podcast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no shot.
Absolutely. That's exactly when you want to do it.
No shot.
She'd be like, "Yeah, I'm on my podcast." What sets you what sets you above the rest? Yeah, Melinda.
Yeah, Melinda.
I knew a Melinda once. She's actually really pretty. She's from Ohio. God, you're so fucking rude.
I know.
This is so rude. Oh, sorry, Melinda. Too much of a pussy to talk to in front of my friend.
Yeah. Sorry.
On the podcast. Sorry, Melinda. I'll call you back from my dirty couch in 20 minutes.
How about that other girl that sent the fucking voice note?
The 45-minute long voice note.
Yeah. It's like crazy Brooklyn accent.
Yeah. I'm going to get certified. I'm going to
be a teacher's aide.
To be a teacher's aide.
Like, bro, you're 38. You need to be a teacher's aide. You don't do that.
You're pretty much you're white boogers from retarded children's face all day.
Like, yeah, my husband's in jail for allegedly ice picking somebody.
Allegedly.
So I'm just looking for somebody to fill the next 5 to 8 till he gets out.
He was a stockbroker. It's pre-IPO. It's very hard to explain.
Yeah, so the dating Wally Mobile is going really well.
Oh, but then you're out here though, so you just match with a bunch of people from Connecticut.
Oh yeah.
You got to do that. You got to go across the pond for at least once. I did it one time. I had a blast. It was so much fun.
One girl goes, "Do you want your own children?" And I was like, that was her opener. I was like, that's odd.
But like this, how many kids do you have?
She's like, because I'm closed for business. And I was like, okay, salutations, like congrats. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, I got a 2-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 21-year-old. I'm like, you're 38.
You've tried 3 different times to have a nuclear family. That's what that tells me.
But you're 38. You have a 21-year-old?
Damn. Well,
17?
Yeah, it happens, bro.
Yikes.
I mean, yeah, yikes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. 38, 20.
Yeah. 21, 16, and 2.
Wow. That's a commitment.
Do I have to guess how many fathers
I said that means you tried 3 different times for a nuclear family. 1,000%.
3-time loser.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I don't want to judge. She's probably a nice girl.
She's probably not.
Shout out to you, girl. I know life's been hard.
She's probably mentally unstable. Completely
so crazy.
Completely has no concept of reality. The brain of a chipmunk.
One girl said yesterday, voice call now or unmatch.
That's weird.
I was like, I didn't realize you were my boss. Unmatch.
They want to do.
Then I'm like, hey, you're not pretty enough to talk to me like that.
I appreciate the FaceTime call before meeting. I did that with Devin before we first dated. Yeah. She's like, I do a face. Like,
well, apparently that's what this girl's trying to do.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, you almost have to do it. Like, it's probably more important for even a guy.
FaceTime. I like it's too close to my face.
No, yeah, but no, I want to see.
Only my black friends like to FaceTime.
Yeah, black people love that. What's up with
Pooch?
He loves FaceTime. Loves, and women love it too. Yeah. They always want to FaceTime. No, but I see the value in that before you meet, because like, you never been on a date from Tinder, and then you get there and you're like, oh, you're not the same.
So many times.
I
drove one time like hour and a half to like go on a date with this girl, and I realized her pictures were 6 years old. Obviously, she didn't disclose that. And then I met her, and I was like, she's nice, and I was like, and then she like invited me up after. I was like, nah, this isn't it.
I went on one time.
Like, I gotta get up early tomorrow. Sorry. It's a long drive. I'm tired.
I went on one time, and I'm like, I could tell from the pictures the girl's a little thick, but that's okay. I'm a big guy. I can handle it. And I was in a low point in my life.
It's the Gurney's girl?
No.
That girl could beat the shit out of both of us.
You were big. No, not a different girl. Yeah. I get there, the bar, and she gets out of the car, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, she was like a bridge stroll. The bar was, thank God the bar was, but again, I'm a gentleman.
So I'm
a girl dad.
So you went Dutch.
No, I didn't go Dutch. The bar was closed. She's like, oh, we'll go to this other place. I'm like, okay. She want to take one car? I'm like, nah, we'll take 2 cars.
Yeah.
She went right. I went left. And that was it. And I blocked
you never saw her again?
I blocked her number, everything. Never again. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, not doing it. But again, don't be lying with the angles. You know?
I could tell, like, if every picture's like this, I'm like, yeah.
If it's like this, no bueno. If it's 3 in the first photo, it's the ugliest one, guaranteed. If it's like a group photo, you ever see like the profile pictures, but it's a group photo?
Oh, yeah.
It's always...
I always assume it's the worst one.
It's the worst one.
It's the worst one.
Every single time, it's the worst one.
It's the worst one.
It's like, why be so dishonest? Because you know what Rockville shows me? There is a peg for every hole. You know? Like, there clearly is there's a peg for every hole in rock. That's what, you know? So, like, just don't be so deceitful.
Sometimes too.
Yeah, there's definitely 2 pegs for that hole. A lot of double pegging.
I think on that note.
Yeah, sound the calypso, dog.
Cue the calypso.
Cue the slip knot.
See you next time.
Later, guys.